Well, good morning, everyone, and I hope you had a really awesome Valentine's Day. I spent my day with Doug, the hottest dog in America. At least that's what I tell him. So let's just keep up the facade, shall we? So today, on the Inside Scoop, we have got a house full of Hollywood hypocrites. This is driving me bonkers. All right, first up, we've got Gordon Ramsay. Trying to tell Brooklyn Beckham what to do. Double, Because he is, of course, friends with the Beckham seniors, Victoria and David. However, he's not taking into account his own family situation that, I don't know, looks a little bit like this. You're going to see that in a minute. And then we've got, Meghan and Harry. Once again, our own Montecito Duchess and Duke acting like big old weirdo hypocrites again. I mean, honestly, I don't understand how they're not connecting the dots between what they tell you and me to do, between what they actually do. Anyway, back to Gordon. Here's the clip, and I will catch you on the flip.
Chef Gordon Ramsay is weighing in on this. What is he saying?
Okay, this is a little bit ridiculous, and I'll tell you why. But let's get to exactly what he said. If we could pull this up. He told the Sun, this is about Brooklyn and Nicola, it's hard when you enter that age in life when you join with another family. There's a different dynamic going on, and so there was bound to be some form of a clash. I know how much David loves Brooklyn, and I think it's only a matter of time before Brooklyn takes a good look at himself and understands just what they mean. So, yeah, Brooklyn didn't take kindly to that, as he is known to do, and he unfollowed Gordon. But the other thing is, Brooklyn really thinks at this point, he was like, listen, this is another case of my parents meddling. Gordon is a good friend of my parents. And yet again, someone else, including Mark Anthony last week, who had said, no, nothing inappropriate happened. Gordon is now saying nothing inappropriate happened. And Brooklyn is just kind of like, hey, can y'all just leave it alone for a hot minute? But it's also insanely ironic because in December, Gordon Ramsay's daughter, Holly, got married to a guy named Adam. And Adam doesn't talk to his own parents and, in fact, disinvited them from that wedding.
Wow, so Chef Gordon Ramsay, I guess, speaking from a little bit of personal experience there. Nothing like a good public stage to air out all your dirty laundry here, like they're having it all play out. I guess that's the price of being a celebrity. Brooklyn Beckham's aunts may be the key in easing the tensions, though, you're reporting. What do you mean?
Yeah, some people are reporting that. I am not, because here's the deal. I don't think that these tensions are going to be eased anytime soon. And I think it may take years of being quiet. He is furious. The family has also said, we'd love Brooklyn back, but not with his wife, Nicola. And so that's basically saying, if you get divorced, we would love to talk to you. And we're here for you when this finally splits up. It's not nice. It's kind of nasty. And again, they just need to let it lie. Bye-bye. Let him go, do his thing, give him space and give him time.
And then hopefully he'll come back like the prodigal son, maybe?
Maybe, but also at the same time, you cannot be looking at somebody and saying, if you get divorced or if you're not with your wife.
Yeah. Gosh, it's heartbreaking when you think about these family dynamics like this. Paula Froelich, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, so that happened. Can you effing believe this? I mean, first of all, Brooklyn Beckham, and I'm not really taking a side here, but I am really starting to feel for old Brooklyn here. You know, he who says he was commoditized as a child by his parents, and he was, let's be honest. I mean, I think they even sold photos to the paparazzi of him in utero. Then he marries this girl. The girl and his mom don't get along. I mean, a lot of families in America can understand this, if you know what I'm talking about. However, you know, Victoria keeps pushing it, and then finally Brooklyn's like, can we just go no contact? She keeps pushing it. So then he says, hey, I'm going to, just talk to me through my lawyers. She keeps pushing it, doing all this stuff on Instagram, social media, because the Beckhams, that's the way that they say love. That and using their bodies like chalkboards. So then Brooklyn finally is like, you know what? Boom, dropped a bomb. Here's the reasons why I don't want to talk to you for everyone to see. You've used me my whole life. You are inappropriate and hijacked my wedding. So just knock it off. Now, most people would be like, okay, let's give him some space. Just some space. Nope, not the Beckhams. No siree. 2 days later, David came out and was like, right, well, children make mistakes. Come on, dude. The guy just wants to be left alone. Can't you just leave him alone? Then, this week, Mark Anthony comes out and was like, no, this was not the Victoria's fault. I think I'm using a French accent. Whatever. It's like, it's not Victoria's fault. Absolutely nothing inappropriate. I am the beholder, and clearly Brooklyn and Nicola felt it was inappropriate. So you know what they really should do? Is an apology. Geez, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you feel I hijacked your day, and I'm sorry if you felt horrible after it. Nope, that didn't happen though. No siree, not with those Beckhams. Instead, Gordon Ramsay, he of the yelling in the kitchen men, comes out and tells the Sun newspaper, aka to the Beckhams, the Newswires, that, Brooklyn should, talk to his family. It's all family, blah, blah, blah. You've seen it, right, in the clip. However, hello, hypocritical pants. What are you doing? Did you not realize that your daughter, Holly, married someone in December, Adam Peaty, who is not talking to his own family? And in fact, is not talking to his own family. He disinvited them from the wedding. They weren't even there to see their own son get married. The family has said they're heartbroken. And, everyone's taking everyone else's last names. I think he's going by Adam Peaty Ramsay. Who cares? It's like Brooklyn is now Brooklyn Peltz Beckham. Okay, just let it go. And also, Gordon, I don't know, man. Shouldn't you be looking at your own house? I mean, glass houses, don't throw stones. Now, in Montecito, kind of related to Brooklyn, because, Brooklyn was always like, I was commoditized as a child. Harry was like, yes, me too. I hated it. Oh my God, my children are not going to be raised that way. Right. Okay. So then he and Meghan, but with obviously Harry's permission, post this photo on Valentine's Day. And it is the clearest, pretty much, photo we've seen of Lily, their daughter. And, they don't get it. They don't understand why, when they rail against the media, they rail against internet companies for privacy, they ask for privacy and claim that they want to raise their children privately. Well, then why are you doing this, dude? It's so weird. It's almost like rules for thee, but not for me again. It don't sit right. And Harry's taken money by going to conferences now and talking about privacy. And of course, he's supporting the families of who are suing Meta right now because, the privacy guardrails are not actually effective or actually there at all. That I get. But at the same time, dude, you got a wife who is kind of commoditizing your children. Exactly what you said you did not want to happen. And here's the deal. Plenty of people have celebrity kids. We don't see them. They don't post them because they actually want to be private. Instead, they go around complaining, moaning, freaking out, or as South Park called it, the Worldwide Privacy Tour. And then they do stuff like this. And, a couple months ago when As Ever and With Love Meghan, everyone was like, yeah, this is going to bomb big. And Meghan was kind of like, well, maybe I'm looking into mommy plot. I'm going to go do a family thing. So, of course, she's little by little opening the door for the commodification of her children to once again show everyone she's a great mother and everything is so great. Well, you know what? I'd like to talk to Harry and Lily in about 18 years. Well, that's it for this quickie today. And let me know what you think. And have an awesome rest of your weekend and a great week. Bye.